Like this video to support. Join our YouTube family now and never miss out on epic content, entertainment, and surprises. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start. Spoiler alert.
In Mexico, a small child named Miguel Rivera narrates the narrative of why he believes his family is cursed. His great-great-grandmother, Mama Imelda, was in love with a skilled musician, but he left the family to follow his passion, leaving Imelda to care for their daughter alone. Imelda, unwilling to be brought down, borrowed music from her family and established a shoemaking tradition that has continued to this day. Miguel lives with his mama and papa, aunts and uncles, Abuelita Elena and her mother, Mama Coco, Imelda's daughter. Elena maintained the family music prohibition because she was angry that her grandfather abandoned her mother and grandma. Miguel enjoys music and aims to be a musician. His idol is Ernesto De La Cruz, a well-known singer and guitarist who pursued his passion from the outset. Ernesto was playing his hit song Remember Me when a bell collapsed on top of him, sadly killing him. Miguel was narrating the story to a mariachi player, who informed him that there is a music competition in town for Dia de los Muertos, which would allow Miguel the opportunity to showcase his talent. The mariachi man hands Miguel his guitar to try out, but Abuelita enters angrily and sends the player away for attempting to let Miguel play. During the Dia de los Muertos celebration, Miguel's street dog Dante is known as La Ofrenda, that the family leaves for their ancestors. Miguel tries to drag Dante away, and they accidentally destroy the portrait of Mama Imelda and a little Coco, as well as Imelda's husband, whose face is ripped out. Miguel picks up the picture and notices it is folded. Miguel believes the man in the picture is Ernesto's great-great-grandson, since he is clutching the same guitar that Ernesto has. Miguel travels to his secret hiding place to grab his guitar for the competition, but the family discovers it, along with all of his De La Cruz paraphernalia. Abuelita burns Miguel's guitar, sending him away in tears and declaring that he does not want to be a member of the ofrenda or family. He flees into town and attempts to compete in the competition, but he does not have his own instrument. Miguel finds Ernesto's tomb and slips in to try to steal his guitar. When he plays it, a light blinks. The guards outside discover the guitar is missing. Miguel attempts to protect himself, but the guards pass straight past him. He rushes outdoors and phases through everyone. Even his own parents cannot see him. Only Dante sees and hears Miguel. The youngster accidentally falls into an open grave and is rescued by a skeleton woman. Miguel sees several skeletons, all of whom are ancestors who have crossed from the land of the dead to take the ofrendas. Miguel then encounters his own ancestors, including Tia Rosita, Papa Julio, Tia Victoria, and twins Tio Oscar and Felipe. They identify Miguel when they discover Mama Imelda is unable to cross across. They take Miguel to see her so that she may cure things. As the other ancestors cross the Bridge of Petals, Miguel and his family do too. As they arrive in the land of the dead, a skeleton named Hector attempts to cross dressed as Frida Kahlo, but no one has his picture in their ofrenda, thus he is unable to pass. He tries to flee, but he is unable to go across the bridge and is apprehended by security personnel. The Riveras discover Imelda angry, attempting to figure out why she can't cross over. They meet with a clerk and discover that Miguel kept Imelda's image from the ofrenda, which is why she is unable to cross. They also need to get Miguel home before sunrise, or he'll be stuck there. The cashier says Miguel can return with his picture if his family approves. Imelda grabs a pedal and blesses Miguel, but only on the condition that he refrain from playing music. Miguel hesitantly agrees and taps the pedal, which transports him back to Ernesto's tomb. He gets the guitar again and rushes off to play, which soon transports him back to the land of the dead. Since the rest of his family will not bless him unless he gives up music, he chooses to accompany Dante to find Ernesto and obtain his blessing. The family pursues Miguel, and Imelda dispatches an alebrije named Pepita to locate him. Miguel finds Hector, who offers to help him find Ernesto, but Hector wants Miguel to return his photo and place it in the ofrenda so that he can go over. Miguel agrees, and they leave with Miguel disguised as a skeleton to avoid notice. Hector informs Miguel that Ernesto always hosts a sunrise spectacular event, and that the greatest musician competes for the opportunity to meet Ernesto. They find the site, and Miguel discovers a rehearsal for an art display hosted by the real Frida Kahlo. Miguel motivates her to incorporate music into her piece, which she enjoys. The other musicians then identify Hector and insult him since he died from choking on a chorizo, hence his moniker Chorizo. Hector shows his dislike for musicians, but Miguel requires a guitar for the show, so Hector reluctantly admits he knows a guy. Hector takes Miguel to meet Chicharron, a friend of his who was previously a musician. Chicharron is withering away and unable to move from his hammock. Hector requests Chicharron's guitar, but only after Hector performs a song. He plays Chicharron's favorite tune before the man vanishes for good. Hector explains to Miguel that this is the final death, because no one in the living world remembers Chicharron. Miguel and Hector make it into the competition. Miguel wants to play Remember Me, but Hector says it's too popular. Miguel walks on stage with the guitar after Hector encourages him, and he sings Poco Loco alongside Hector. The crowd likes them, but Miguel's family is nearby. It is revealed that a living boy is present, and his family is hunting for him. Hector is furious since Miguel lied earlier and claimed Ernesto was the only family he had there, and that he could have gotten him back at any point. Miguel flees Ernesto's patio, abandoning Hector and Dante. Imelda spots Miguel fleeing and pursues him. When he brings up her dislike for music, Imelda begins to sing with a lovely voice. Miguel proceeds to walk away. Miguel makes it to Ernesto's plaza. He sings a song for Ernesto's guests and is recognized by the guy himself. Miguel informs him he is his great-great-grandson, and the two spend the afternoon together. Miguel questions Ernesto about why he left his family to pursue music, and Ernesto responds that we cannot reject who we were supposed to be. Ernesto. It is revealed that the two of them know one another from their performances together. Ernesto claims to have lost Hector and that he would have moved heaven and earth to find him. Miguel sees that it sounds like a passage from one of Ernesto's films, where the villain attempts to poison Ernesto's hero. In a flashback, we learn that Hector wanted to quit music and return to his family, but Ernesto wanted to keep it continuing. He gave Hector a poison drink, and after Hector died, Ernesto stole all of the music he wrote and claimed credit for it. Ernesto directs his soldiers to toss Miguel and Hector into a pit. Down in the abyss, Miguel regrets leaving his family and idolizing a murderer. Hector says he merely wanted to cross the bridge to visit his daughter, Coco. This means Hector was Miguel's great-great-grandfather. He even informs Miguel that he created Remember Me specifically for Coco. A flashback depicts the two of them singing together. Dante and Pepita arrive moments later, accompanied by Imelda, and drag Miguel and Hector out. Dante gets wings and becomes multicolored, revealing that he has always been an alebrije. The family is about to send Miguel home, but he needs to find Ernesto to get the photo of Hector that he snapped. Imelda is hesitant to help because she believes Hector abandoned her, but she agrees to help. The family makes it to Ernesto's show and finds him backstage. They take the picture from him, but Imelda is called onto the stage. She begins to sing as Hector plays music for her. The audience adores her, but Ernesto attempts to seduce them. Imelda blesses Miguel unconditionally, but Ernesto grabs him and drags him to the edge of the roof. Miguel's aunts turn the cameras on Ernesto, revealing that he attempted to kill Miguel and admitted to being a fraud who killed his best buddy. He tosses Miguel off the roof, causing him to lose Hector's photo, but Pepita swoops in and saves him. Ernesto returns to the crowd expecting acclaim, but they've seen everything and turned against him. Pepita appears and drags Ernesto away, putting him into a tower where a bell falls on him. The sun begins to rise. Hector gradually fades away, while Miguel becomes more skeletal. Imelda blesses him again and sends him home. Miguel is back in the tomb, and he grabs the guitar and hurries to find Coco, ignoring his family's protests. Miguel begins to play Remember Me with tears in his eyes, and Coco's memory begins to return. The rest of the family witnesses this, and Abuelita is brought to tears. Coco then takes out the image of Hector that was pulled from the ofrenda. She also takes out letters and songs he penned for her, which she saved over the years. 1 year later, it's Dia de los Muertos again. Coco has passed away, and her photo is displayed in the ofrenda. Miguel has a new baby sister, and he tells her about his family. A museum has opened to honor Hector's music, whereas Ernesto's tomb has been condemned and will be forgotten. To continue in the living world, Dante and Pepita assume the usual shapes of a dog and a cat. In the land of the dead, we watch Hector and Imelda cross the bridge with Coco. Miguel's ancestors come just in time to see him play the guitar and sing a song for the audience, making his entire family proud.
Please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other videos if you watched this video all the way through. Cheers.